Hello, hello, my beautiful co-creators, and welcome to the Manifestation Queen podcast, where reality bends to meet your frequency. This is where we embody our fullest brilliance, and where daily miracles, perfect love, and inner harmony are a way of being. We adjust our crowns as needed, refine our perception, and we receive more by doing less. And so if this episode landed in your field, it's because you are here on purpose. So like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. You don't want to miss all the things that we have planned. And so today we are going to have a beautiful activation so you can manifest your desires instantly and just have a catch up for this week and a bit of connection and all the things, some Q&A, whatever it is. We are always looking at the chat box. So ask some questions, and at the end I might have a little surprise for you all, so stay tuned for that. So what's up, guys? Oh my gosh, should I put my headphones? I feel like I can't hear anybody. Let's try it. Hello. Okay, yeah, I can hear myself now. I have entered the realm of manifestation. We're gonna try a new technique that is just new to my platform. This has been pretty renowned in the esoteric world and different types of psychology and manifestation and metaphysics, right? And so we're going to bring this to you guys all today. And so I want you guys to be a part of this experiment with me because, you know, we will be implementing this long term if we have some good results. And that's what we're here to experience, right? This is a results driven universe. We interact with the universe every day. And the things that light us up the most are the things that are occurring in front of us, right? It's like if you love to do something, but it's not happening, I mean, how much receptivity is that? Like, you want these like mutual interactions, right? So that's why you love something, because eventually you're receiving one way or another, and it's this beautiful dance between the two. So you can experience deeper levels. You can turn it up, turn it down, like have fun and experience new things, learn something. And so, we are result driven here. We like results. We like to manifest the things. We like to manifest the outcomes, the desires, the reality, and let it bend to meet our frequency. So that's what we're doing today. What has been going on in my world? I have been doing all the things. Summer's almost here, you know, the kids and all the things work. My attuned energy sessions have officially been released. It's been like a soft launch. So if you guys have been in my email list, you are getting all the things about that. Play Bigger was immensely big for everyone who experienced it. And also, it's something that we are being called to extend a little bit. So if you haven't gotten in, you still have some time to get in, because we are extending it and there's just more coming through. There's so much bigness there. And so we are going bigger, and I have a lot planned for all the things. And so I want to just give you guys a option to join. If you haven't already, get in the Telegram group, get connected. You get to see all the activations and all the things. So that's a little bit that's going on in my world. I would love to hear what's going on in your world. And so I don't know if you guys have seen back in, I think it was like March, maybe last year, we did a 2-cup method. And so we're going to do something similar to that today, another technique where we can really jump timelines. We can just bring things into reality in a tangible way. And so what we did last time was really cool. We took 2 cups and I poured water into 1 cup, and we labeled everything that we were releasing on 1 cup, and then we labeled the other cup with everything we were calling in. So we felt the vibration of like what it felt like to have these things, of where we are now, like what we were experiencing currently, and then we poured it into the 2nd cup of what we wanted to, where we wanted to go, where we wanted to be, what we wanted to receive, and we felt into that. So as we poured it in, it was that timeline had been complete, and we jumped on to the next one. And so that was something extremely activating for me, extremely powerful. And so if you were there for that, please leave some stuff in the comments, because I do want to hear of the feedback. again, I love hearing from you guys. I'm checking the DMs, checking the chat at all times. So, yeah. So, okay, so I've been really into the metaphysics. It's a type of psychology that Dean Radin teaches, and it's really into just the science behind magic. And so, one of his techniques that he showed me was the string technique. And so, I have some yarn here today. And if you want to indulge in this activation with me, bring a string. That's all you're going to need for that. We're not going to do it now. I just wanted to give this to you. And then also a pen and paper is always useful. And so really what we're working with are thought forms. And so our thought forms have a vibrational quality to them and they have a shape to them. So every day that we're interacting with our own thoughts, our own inner dialogue, we are interacting with shapes, we're interacting with qualities, and they have an actual quality and shape to them. So that's something that we're interacting with every day. Again, so what we're going to do has a lot to do with the thought forms, and these can be from years ago, from when you were a child. It can be from something you like to often reminisce on, right? The past. You can kind of romanticize things, and that can make the thought form a little bit bigger. And also, it just creates a vibration around it, and it comes into form. So whether you're speaking these things out into the universe or whether you're hearing them, and the other person is doing the speaking, they still have this quality to them. So regardless, just by experiencing them, you are interacting with those qualities. And so a lot of the work that we are doing in Attuned is to really have amplification, beneficial qualities at all times, and like amplify them into the calibration of what it is you want to do, where you want to go, and all the things. And so that's a lot of the realms of what I'm doing in my energy work. But today, we're just going to talk a little bit about them and how they're affecting us every day. And so I also want to call in the Archangel Uriel. And so these archangels all have these L at the end, right? So there's Michael, Shamuel, Jophiel, Raphael, and I have my beautiful 30-day integration notebook here that we used at my Wellness Day event. So I'm bringing this out because we have the color wheel, we have the Archangel wheel here, and yeah, so again, all the colors, all the thought forms, the archangels, they're all basically thought forms, and they all have a quality. Okay, so that's what we're going to play with today. It's kind of tangible so that you can actually like see these things. I can explain them in a tangible way. And then remember, these are limitless. Like the things that you can do with what we're planting today, the seeds that we're planting today are really something to bring you into a higher awareness of your interactions. And then again, whatever comes through for you, you can play with it, you can go deeper into it. There are no limits here, and it's non-local consciousness, so we can really have fun with this and connect to anything that you desire any moment. And so today is Thursday, so for Thursday, it's the color purple, which has the qualities of wisdom, luxury, wealth, spirituality, imaginative, and sophistication. I like to think of it as royalty, right? A lot of the queens and kings used a lot of purple. And so it also has a lot of like peace vibes that I feel from purple. And so again, this is like a universal quality for these colors and stuff like that. So Archangel Uriel is for the color purple, and the virtue for him is peace. And so I just want to connect to that color a little bit today and really tap into that color purple. You can imagine it in your mind's eye. Tap into the space between your eyebrows and really feel into it and let it connect to you today, throughout the next couple days, and see what comes up. And when we're doing this work, again, with manifestation, with all the things, we aren't trying or forcing our way into anything. You chase a bug, the bug will run, right? You chase a thought, you chase a feeling. it's going to run. It's not going to allow and to emitting into what what you are looking for. So a lot of the times what we're doing here is we're planting the seed and we're just allowing it to do its thing. So just have this clear, neutral awareness when we're connecting to this, and just have fun and enjoy the ride, because I promise you it's always at play. These are universal laws that, again, are working in our favor at all times. So just a quick note for you. And so, yeah, I was feeling called to connect to that color today and really call in more peace, right? Like, what does peace look like for you? What would the most optimized, peaceful situation look like for you? Where do you want to call in more peace? Does peace look like having more interactions with people? Like, do you think that more of a community would give you more peace? Does it look like kind of taking a step back from your community, taking a step back from your social media? What does that peace look like for you? How does it feel? And just tap into that. I think for me lately, it's been really just having a clear neutral stance on that laser focus of like, what is it that I want to focus on today? So for me, like when I'm doing my work, right, oftentimes we have all the things like the distractions and all the everyday things in life. And so when we're doing this work, or when we find something that's really important to us, right? For me, it's my work. For me, it's my community. For me, it's you guys. I want to have that optimized focus and awareness for you guys before I connect, before I tap in. And so for me, it's been looking like cutting out the distractions, cutting out the things that, whatever it is, like putting your phone on airplane mode, putting it on do not disturb, so that you can get laser focused on these tasks at hand that are so important to you, that you need to come from the start to the finish, right? And so that to me is like cutting off the distractions, having these relationships that understand that what's important to you, that understand that this time is important to give you that space if you need it, right? And to know that there's nothing wrong with it, right? Like sometimes I've been feeling like our phone can almost make people feel entitled to your time. And so I think that the phone is a beautiful tool. Social media is a beautiful tool. But at the same time, like if you need that space, like be unapologetic about what you need to serve yourself best, to come and seal those leakages, to have that sense of overflow in your cup so that you can pour into those relationships from a full place. And do that at all costs, because again, at what expense, right? Like you want to make sure that you're fully being nourished, replenished, and laser focused. And like for me, if someone's making you feel guilty about that, right, or they're trying to kind of demand attention from you, how much of love is there in that relationship? To me, I think that love would understand what's important to you, would not be entitled, they wouldn't be offended, right? I know God doesn't get offended with anything I do, that he's there supporting me no matter what. And so how can our relationships reflect that at that higher level, or that most beneficial level to you? And how can they support you in that, So sometimes it doesn't mean conversation. Sometimes that means a little more silence, a little more space, a little more time. And that's okay. And then when you're feeling rejuvenated, when you feel ready to connect, ready to be back out into the world, you can do that at a level that feels good to you, that feels good to your body, that feels good to your mind, and at a pure and clean, intentional state. So that's something that's been really prominent in my field lately that I just wanted to touch on for someone here. Maybe you need to hear it. And yeah, again, we're always experiencing, right, like these correspondences, the rhythm, the pulse, right? And like that stillness is okay. That stillness right between the pulse is okay to connect to. There doesn't have to be momentum and at all times, right? Like the stillness is just as important as the momentum. So, okay. Maybe you guys are ready with your string. Should we get started? Let's see in the chat. Leave something in the chat if you are ready to manifest your desires as fast as possible. This is probably one of the most powerful tools I've seen yet. And so I'm really excited to do this in real time with you guys. Actually, I need to grab a pen. Ben, do you have a pen by any chance? Thank you. Yay. Thanks. Okay, so I want you guys to just, again, connect and feel into what it is you want to call in. And this can be as outrageous as you want. I think we have no limits. The universe has no lack. So really tap into the most outrageous thing you could ask. And then we can go on a smaller scale too, right? This is an experiment. So I like to do, let's do like our first session can be outrageous. And guess what? If we ask for something this high, but we land a little bit beneath it, I think that's still a win. And guess what? It will unfold as it does, right? But we're going to check in next week with how this looked for you guys. So I want you to get really specific right now. And another side note about the thought form. So every episode, I have my beautiful sheet that I carry in my notebook, and I like to keep that on the table, and I just let it to emit the vibrations into the space, right? And so what that means is everything on here has a quality, it has a thought form, and so it's emitting into the space these shapes and these words because they have that quality. So what we're doing is we're going to write it down, and we are going to connect to it. Okay. So take a moment and write down what it is you want to manifest. Let's do 10 things really quick and go up outrageously big if you have to. They can be big, they can be small. We're going to do one round. So within the 10 things, go ahead, do as big as you want, as small as you want. The universe does not know whether it is a penny or a castle. There are no differences. If you can imagine it, write it down and put it on that paper. Okay. So I wrote down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Write all your desires down on the paper, and I just want you to connect to them. Feel what it feels like to have them, how it feels in your hand, how it feels in your space, the emotion, how it feels in your heart. Connect to it, get your string. And what we're going to do is we're going to connect to the first one, okay? So what does it feel like? What is it? You already wrote it down, so it's already emitting into the space. And now we're going to focus our awareness on that thing, okay? Just imagine it in your mind. How does it smell? How does it feel? What does it like look like, right? Imagine it. And then we're going to make a knot, okay? So just take the yarn and make a loop and then pull the loop through. And now you're going to imagine pulling the knot closed. And as you pull it tightly, it's going out into the universe. That right there, boom, it's into the universe now. Okay, so you're embedding it into the knot and tightening like that. Okay, now do the next one. and pull it tightly. Okay, and to the next one. Okay, pull the knot tight into the universe. Boom. And so when I'm pulling it tightly, I feel it like kind of like jumping into the world. Okay, and go ahead, keep doing that. And just keep going until you have all of the desires knotted, and do that extra tightening. Boop, boop, boop. Okay. And again, sometimes you just focus on what it is. You don't have to get with the specific of like how it would look or the exact details, only because you don't want to sell yourself short. The universe might have it come in a different form. So whatever it is, like tangibly that you want, focus on that, and then allow the universe to do its thing. So if it's a specific person, try to focus on what it is that you want that version to be, not exactly like who that person is that you want, right? And then boop, tie it into the knot. Okay. And so once you have them all tied into the knot, again, that most important part is when you're pulling it and letting it bounce into the universe. Okay. So let me know after a week. Once we set it, we just forget it and you allow it to come in however it may look. And when you're going about your day, again, don't force anything. It's either this or something better. There is nothing more that you need to do. Allow the experiences to come through, be open minded, have fun, and yeah, just declare it's happening. Again, don't go out of your way to do anything. Like, this is something that you are calling into your own reality, and it will bend to meet you there. So, yeah. What else can we talk about today? Yeah, I love the thought forms because, again, when we're writing stuff down, it's going into the world and it's literally bringing your thought into physical form. So, um, and yeah, and just like really get clear on the version that you want, the thing that you want, and don't worry about the details. Like, if someone comes in and you're thinking that, oh, this could be the thing, this could be the job opportunity, this could be whatever it is, like, don't fixate on it. Just allow it to happen, unfold. It's either this or something better. Everything is always working in your favor, and continue about your day and continue about whatever it is that you're doing. And so really focus on like what is eternally true for you, right? What is that centering force? How can you have more fun? How can you play bigger? How can you really just dive into the things that light you up and like what that looks like for you? And be outrageous with the things that you're calling in, right? Like, if there's something that comes through as an idea, go at an outrageous level to do the things that you feel called to do. Like, trust that nudge, trust that inspired guidance, okay? And remember, like, you always have that centering space to go back to. If you start to feel like you want to chase, if you want to do all the things, go back to your string. If you feel like you're a little like, you know, anxious or antsy, right? And just get back into the tangible thing that you can do, the journaling, whatever it is, like there's nothing wrong here. Like you cannot fuck up what is meant to be yours. And that is a promise that is absolute, right? There's nothing that can disqualify you from it. There's nothing that can take it away from you. It's yours. So there's so much fun here. And I think that, like, again, Dr. Dean Radin, his work is so cool because he does it from a scientific background, and he's like an experimentalist. He's a data analyst, and he likes to really get into the science of it all. But it's so cool because, again, it's like the quantum entanglement, the quantum observation. It's like once you set that intention and let the universe literally bend to meet you at the frequency, that is what it is going to do. Just like gravity, it's something that is always, always, always at play. And a lot of times we just have to let it in. Like we have really, this is our natural state. And so we have oftentimes have gotten so far away from it that it feels unnatural to us to not to do and not to accomplish and not to execute or whatever it is. Like we think that that's something that we have to do, but really it gets to be fun. It really gets to be easy. It really gets to be so much better than you can imagine. So yeah, like how does that look for you? And just I love to even like go on YouTube. There's so many activations, there's so many meditations, right? Like dive into the things that interest you. Like what is it that you want to learn about? What is it that you want to do? Like pick up that new task that you've been called to do. You want to cook for your friends, go cook for your friends. You want to take some photo shoots. You want to rebrand your brand. Do those things. Be artistic. Lay on the fucking tile floor if you want to. Like whatever it is that you want to do, this is literally what you're being called to do. So just do it because you don't know what will come from it, and trust yourself. Like our bodies, this is ingrained in us at a cellular level. So the universe is outside of us, but also like everything is within us. And so remember, like do the things. And oftentimes like we want to explain, we want to get logical, but the universe is like that guy you want to date or that girl that the man is trying to date, right? Like we want, it's like an action love. Love is an action word. So how can you embody this at a full level? Because the universe agrees that talk is cheap, and the universe wants you to embody this. It's not, you don't have to convince the universe. The universe is, and you are. So there's no convincing that needs to be done here. All it needs is this embodiment, this trust, this knowing. Don't try to convince anybody. Don't be delusional. This is something that is real. This is yours. This is actual, absolute, and whole, and done, and is real. This is not delusion. This is not delulu. This is not convincing. This is not unrealistic. This is absolutely realistic of what you were born to do in this world. This is what you came here to do. So tap into that. What is that for you? And you don't have to convince, you don't have to explain. It's between you and God, you and the universe. This is something that is understood at a vibrational and universal level. So go fucking big. Be outrageous. Like, how outrageous can you get? How big can you go? And don't insult the universe either, because it's going to give you exactly what you ask for. So you want to play with it, that's fine. Purple car theory, right? You'll see the purple car the moment you do it because it's not a big deal. But neither is the castle. Neither is the other thing. It's something so simple as breathing, just like you were born, just like you were conceived, just like that light that sparked within your cells. It's something that is completely universal. So have fun with it, you guys. This is a little bit of what we're doing in Play Bigger. If you want to join, the link will be below. I hope to see you guys soon. And tomorrow I will be on live again tomorrow. We can do our lattes and love notes. I want to write love notes to the universe, love notes to yourself, love notes to God, and to just tap into a state of appreciation, a state of warmth, warm coffee, and really tap into like that creative side, like how we can just write our love notes to whoever it is that we want and experience more, and know that there's always more to experience. It doesn't end. And I love you all. I hope that this is really fun for you guys. I hope to hear about the feedback. DM me, leave a comment, subscribe. We have so much coming, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Mwah.